What's up, y'all? This is Brett from Ploutone coming at you with our first ever video. I recently got a fancy new 4K camera and decided it was probably about time that I put together some content regarding guitars, gear, and the wonderful artisans we support here at Ploutone. It means a lot to have you here for our first ever video. Please bear with me as it could be somewhat of a painful experience for all of us involved. I am working on slowly improving my videography, editing, content creation, speaking on camera skills, all those fun things that come with making content for YouTube and social media. If you have any advice, comments, questions, concerns, please feel free to share them. It would mean a lot to me. It will help me improve videos in the future. And without further ado, I would like to jump right in and start talking about this first piece of gear we have here, which is a gorgeous Severance from Rebirth Guitars right down the road in Denver. This beauty features some incredible specs, some gorgeous looking woods, as you can tell, and we will dive into all of that in great detail in the coming moments. And at the end of this video, I will do my best to put together a little jiggy so y'all can hear what this beauty sounds like as well. Thank you again for being here for this first video, and I look forward to many more in the future. By now, y'all are probably wondering what this gorgeous top is made of. That is a master grade flame Claro Walnut top. Really special stuff, very rare. Don't see a lot of this around, especially nothing this figured. I think it just gives this guitar such a classy look. Really fantastic choice. Goes well with the gold, goes well with the orchard cherry body you can see peeking out through this contour here. Gotta love that flame Claro Walnut. Moving in a little closer here, you can see we have a Hipshot US Contour Tremolo. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Hipshot. They make some very solid hardware. They have a great reputation. A lot of luthiers out there using them, and for good reason. I love them myself. They perform very well, they're very solid, they look good. You can't go wrong with Hipshot. Moving up the body, you can see we have a set of Fralin hand-wound pickups, wound by the man himself, Lindy Fralin. These are a hot set, a little hotter than typical Fralin pickups. They give a little bit more mids, a little bit more punch, a little more thickness to them. But still got that super snappy, super clean Strat tone, which of course you guys will hear momentarily once we cover the rest of the specs. You can see here we have a spoke wheel truss rod access. I personally love these types of setups, so much more convenient than a headstock access, and you know, it's really one of those details that makes a difference for me personally. I know some guys probably don't care, you're not messing around with the truss rod too much, but I think that when you need to make those adjustments, having the spoke wheel set up here is just so much easier. Moving up the neck, you can see here that we have some gold fret wire, but this isn't just any gold fret wire, this is actual genuine Evo gold fret wire, which some of you may or may not know has since been discontinued from Jescar. For unknown reasons, unknown to me at least, but I do know that there was a lot of hype around this fret wire. You can't really find gold fret wire that has this hardness, and honestly, it just looks fantastic. I mean, you can't go wrong with gold on the ebony fretboard that we see here. Ebony being one of my favorite wood choices for fretboard. You can also see, hopefully, that we have some fantastic brass outlined inlays on this fretboard. Really beautiful stuff. And of course, as an absolute class move, we have matching side dots to go along with those fretboard inlays. So you can see it's more of that brass outline with the blue opal type pigment underneath. Sorry, Lance, I should have asked you what exactly that blue material was. Just looks absolutely stunning on there, and I apologize for all of our viewers for not knowing exactly what that is. But what more do you need than to see it? It's gorgeous. Flipping the guitar around, you can see that stunning roasted flame maple headstock and neck. I'm personally a huge fan of roasted maple necks. I think it makes for a very solid and stable piece of wood, which everybody really wants in a neck. However, we all know that there are plenty of guitars out there, acoustic guitars especially, that don't have roasted wood on their necks and aren't multi-laminate, but really retain their structure and stability just the same. But you know, love a good roasted flame maple. Can't go wrong with that look. Feels fantastic, looks amazing, and I think it's just a great match for this guitar overall. Moving on to the back and body of the guitar, what you see here are flame Claro Walnut covers to match the top. These are magnetically attached for a very clean and classy look. The body of this guitar is made out of orchard cherry, which is exactly what you would expect. It is wood from cherry trees that were once in an orchard. At a certain point, these trees stop producing to a level that is economic for the farms, and the wood is typically scrapped. A lot of times it's turned into firewood or it's mulched. It's rarely ever used for anything as beautiful and productive as a guitar body. But it really makes some great wood for a guitar. It's very medium weight, it's got a good hardness to it, and by now we should all know that tone woods are a myth, particularly in electric guitars, and we should be focusing on using sustainable alternatives to a lot of these woods. Orchard cherry is something that is found in abundance in our area, and again, it makes for a really beautiful looking and feeling guitar body, which are really the most important things when you are selecting a wood for a guitar. Alright y'all, I want to take a moment to go over the software and plugin that I will be using for this little demo. The DAW I'm on is Waveform Traction. It's free. It does everything I need it to. I don't produce music professionally, and I've had it for years now, and it's always managed to do everything that I really need. As for the plugin, what we're looking at is Archetype Gojira by Neural DSP, and I love this plugin. It's very versatile. It matches well with all the instruments I play. I am not using any effects on here. You can see there's no overdrive, dirt, phaser, chorus. What I have is their mid-gain amp head and their clean cab combined, which I think is a really good combination. It adds a little color. It'll make the demo a little more interesting without taking away too much from those Fralin pickups, so we can really get a sense of how the Severance sounds. I also have a touch of reverb. Again, that's just for aesthetic. I do want to provide an interesting demo for y'all. I am not the best guitarist for sure, and I think it'll help to have, you know, a little bit of color to the tone versus me just playing some mediocre guitar through a dry, clean amp setup. So I hope y'all like it. That should cover everything, and I'll jump right into the demo momentarily. Quick disclaimer, I have the audio pre-recorded here, and I will be syncing it up with a video of myself playing. Again, my skills are super limited in this area, so I just wanted to let y'all know in case it looks a little funky and the sound and video is slightly off. That's just because I have zero skills in the realm of content creation, recording, and producing, and so doing my best. I hope you all like it, and I'm gonna get to it. Alright folks, well that concludes our very first video, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you're interested in this guitar, you can find it on the Ploutone website, which I will leave a link for in the description below, of course. If you're looking for something totally different, something custom of your very own, you can reach out and we can make that happen. We can start building it for you. Really appreciate y'all being here for this first video. Got a lot of things to improve upon, I'm sure. Again, if you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments. Happy to take those into consideration and would be very grateful for any guidance for future videos. So thank you again for being here, and I will catch you on the next video.